little busy.
I hear you. I know how it is. I just have my dog right now. Kids are at school. Luckily, my dog's sleeping back there.
Oh, see, take note.
He's still a puppy, so he still sleeps a lot. All right, we are live with Mikayla. Thank you so much for being here. Do you want to just share really quick? Obviously, you have a little baby. What do you want to share a quick intro of yourself?
Yeah, I met Donna through Orange YCT, and that was like February, March.
Yeah, spring. Oh yeah,
spring. Yeah, sometime around then. So she was just really little, so it was hard and super fun. And Donna did her course through the training, and she talked about Ayurveda and stuff like that. And then after the training was over, I just wanted to expand my knowledge and stuff. So it was kind of like a no-brainer.
So you joined in the summer. You started in July, and I know we focused on decluttering in that, or a lot of structuring your environment to support your habits. And I know you I was so impressed. You decluttered your entire house. You actually went through the whole thing.
It was a lot, and it brought up a ton, but it actually, in hindsight, it was really good for me not to just declutter my house, but it kind of made me realize who I am, or how I want to start a new kind of life with Nova and stuff, being little, and how I wanted to raise her up in it, because I was just doing things the way that I've always known how to, and just very automatic, and not really thinking twice about what decision I wanted to make. It was just the only decision that I was ever brought up with. So that was just life. So
you were being intentional. You decide you were proactive as opposed to reactive to just repeating what maybe your parents did, or what you see around you, but actually from a place of how do I want to do this thing, this being a mom, this life. That's awesome. So what were some of the results that you got after the 3 months?
After the 3 months, during it was a lot of tears, because I was like, oh my goodness, who am I?
That identity changing can be, and then it's a lot.
But it was so good in the end. It was just, I realized self-care is probably the most important thing to me, and for my family, in order to function.
Yes. Absolutely.
So I had, and just little things I've expanded on. I've now gotten a prana mat, and so I've started doing that into my routine. Little things like that. So it's just kind of endless, and it keeps going. Obviously the habits aren't they sometimes disappear for a little bit.
Not all and then you still have, how old is your baby?
She's 10 months now.
So
sometimes she just wakes up and you don't get to tongue scrape and oil pull, but
that's, which is all good.
Come on. But no, it was just a realization of self-identifying, and how I wanted to live, right down to just I bought a schedule, and that was just, instead of having lists everywhere, because that's just how I used to do it, I have a scheduler now. And
structure.
Really good.
Yeah, totally. And you had you lost a whole bunch of weight, and you had physical results.
Postpartum was a breeze through the habits.
Awesome.
Which was kind of cool, because that was it wasn't any exercise or crazy exercise. It was just consciously choosing what you want to eat and when to go to bed, and obviously it helps with a newborn because you're tired, so you can go to bed whenever you want. But it was a breeze.
So what do you feel was your biggest takeaway or if you could distill it down?
Probably just making decisions for myself. Two things were like probably the biggest. Making decisions for myself to make sure that I can make the rest of my life make decisions for myself, if that makes sense. Like starting with me so that the rest of my life kind of finds its order without having to be completely in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was making it so easy that you can't fail. That you just kept saying over and over and over again. So
baby
if you
steps.
have your tongue scraper out, then like why not use it?
Right. 1% improvements.
Yeah. So it's just making little things like that. And the course actually helped me like light a fire that I had totally forgotten about, that was in me in kind of all aspects. Like I loved reading and I hadn't read since university.
Yeah, I remember that. Reading. Yeah.
Little things like that.
Totally.
So it makes it just a little bit better every day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a reclaiming of you and your life and your, you know, what you want and yeah, being in the driver's seat of like how you want to live your life and and know, having the tools to actually make that happen and decide, consciously choose, as opposed to just having it happen by default. Yeah,
exactly. So
awesome.
And I was just very much part of that. Like I was in a family of 5, so I just like we just always went with the flow.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. So when you get out and you have your own home, you just kind of go with the flow and you're like, why am I going with the flow? Like I don't have anyone to flow with right now. So
right. Yeah.
But
no, I think it's so awesome, especially, I mean, I know it's challenging when you have such a young baby and, you know, changes happen so fast and you're not, you know, most of the time you're not sleeping very well and you don't have a lot of control over your time, but just to have, you know, control what you can and have those little things for yourself and those self-care practices and rituals that make sure that your cup is filled up and that you've got, you know, the energy that you need to be able to be there for her, I think is so huge.
Yeah. And it was just like little things like we talked about for like the self massage, and you were like, kids don't like, we're raised in a culture where like that's not cool to do that. And so like I massage Nova all the time.
That's
like
awesome.
Just like little things like that. It's just fun to like pick ways to raise her and in a different kind of mindset, because otherwise it would just be completely just how everyone else does it or how I was raised.
Right. Yeah.
So just
planting really good seeds, and she's going to grow up completely differently than if she didn't have, or if you didn't have a lot of these habits. Like,
so it's kind of fun. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure nothing but good can come out of a mom that actually takes the time to take care of themselves and and then like pass on all that to your baby, to your kids. So awesome. Fun. Thank you so much for showing up and doing the work and being here today to share.
You're welcome. Thank you for, you know, my life.
Awesome. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Donna.
Bye.
Bye.